My beloved child, this moment is sacred, and it is not by accident that you are here. I have chosen this time to speak directly to your heart. Every word you are about to hear carries the power to change the course of your life. Do not turn away, for if you stop now, you may miss the breakthrough I have prepared for you. Stay, for within these words lies a mystery about to be unveiled. Stay, because your miracle is nearer than you think. Stay, because I am about to reveal the answer you have been waiting for in silence. You have prayed, you have wept, you have waited. Now I am calling you to listen closely until the very end, for the blessing is written into the final lines of this message. Do not let doubt rob you of what I am about to give. This is your turning point, your divine moment, and your victory is unfolding right now. I see your struggles, feel your anxiety, and know the confusion that sometimes clouds your heart. Even when you feel the whole world is against you, I am working behind the scenes for your good. In me, your victory is very near. Cling to that hope, for you are not meant to endure this battle alone. Your strength may fail you, but it's precisely in your weakness that my power is perfected. Release the harsh criticism you direct at yourself and let go of your frustration. As your shortcomings don't repel me, I beckon you to forgive yourself, to rest in the knowledge that you are loved beyond measure despite your mistakes. Lift your head and look at your struggles in the light of my truth. Don't fear the shadows or the whispered threats of those who oppose you. The darkness cannot overcome the light that I have placed within you. The love I offer is a fire that cannot be extinguished, and it's stirring within your spirit right now. You may encounter insurmountable walls, daunting foes, and storms on the horizon. Yet you will leap over every wall and stand victorious, not in your own strength, but in mine. Words of accusation and storms of trouble will arise, but neither has the power to define your destiny. I am your God, and I protect you as my beloved child. My arm shields you. No enemy or problem is greater than I am. Trust that I will provide for every need. I will lift up and honor those who humble their hearts. Your faith, though tested, shines brightly before me. I know every sacrifice you have made for your family, every step you have taken in faith, and every prayer you have whispered in the night. Even when your heart trembles with joy and your spirit senses the nearness of a miracle, remember that I am the one who orchestrates all things for your good in your house and in your future. I am working. Stay the course and do not let anxiety consume you. You've already taken a step of faith. Now trust that I am responding. Many more years filled with my wisdom await you, and you will shine as a beacon to others lost in the shadows. When you pray, I listen. My answers are often already on the way, and I long for you to wait with an open heart and expectant hope. Let me show you new ways of seeing situations. If you surrender your uncertainties, I will replace them with my unshakable truth. I am your way, your life, and your strength. Let my living word become the foundation of your days. Feed on these words of love as daily bread for your spirit, and you will discover that there is always a way through in me. Your history, every regret, failure, and sorrow, does not have the right to hold you captive. In my hands is the key to your freedom. Today, I breathe new life into you, washing away despair and making all things new. My holy love drives out the shadows and makes you radiant. You are not alone. Not now, not ever. I have never left you, not for a single second. The obstacles you face are not signs that I have abandoned you, but invitations to grow, to mature, and to step further into the good things I have planned. Let your heart be free from longing for the past or worrying about the future. Fix your eyes on me, for goodness and mercy are pursuing you. The loneliness and struggles you once knew are not your final story. I have given you new life. Do not return to isolation, fear, or the old days when you did not know me. Your enemies, those things within and without that once troubled you, will fade into insignificance. The despair and heaviness of spirit will dissolve, replaced by my constant companionship. You will find that you are equipped to handle every challenge, to meet each day with courage, and to keep your peace even in uncertainty. My presence is your strength, and I am always with you. Rest now in the assurance that you are engraved on my heart, never forgotten. My promise to you was sealed with a sacrifice born of the deepest love. Never let go of this truth. You are loved eternally. This is the sacred moment I have longed for, the moment you turn your ear to me and feel my nearness. Let it become more real than any fear or pain. I show my affection to you in gentle, supernatural ways. Whether the world is bright or dark, I watch over you, sending what you need at exactly the right time, surprising you with kindness and filling your life with my divine breath. In every situation you will find me, because your cries are precious to me, and I am eager to respond. Every sunrise that greets you, every breeze that comforts you, these are tokens of my unceasing care. I strengthen you to walk securely, transforming former paths of pain into ways of blessing. My commitment to you is unwavering. Nothing and no one can snatch you from my hand. I know every trial you have endured. I know your past and your present, but I also hold your future, a future full of hope and purpose, because you are mine. Do not let present fears or tangled feelings separate you from me. This day, I am affirming my presence and every promise that will lead you to gentle pastures and peaceful waters. Clear all doubts from your heart. Cast out fear and anxiety. Trust that I am bringing changes to your household, your character, your dreams, and your plans. Commit to trusting me, allowing me to complete the work I began. Let me guide you. I will teach your soul new ways of walking. Come near without fear. Draw close with confidence. My arms are always open wide, eager to lift your burdens and heal the hurts weighing down your spirit. Stop fighting against the current in your own strength. Rest in the river of my spirit and place your hand in mine. In every depth of conflict, I will find you and lift you up. You will not be defeated. You will not fall unseen or bear the shame of failure. I am your shield, protecting you from those who wish you harm. My heart's desire is to fill your life with such overflowing joy and love that others cannot help but notice. The peace that I have for you surpasses anything this world can offer. I long for you to recover all that has been lost, to shine as one beloved and known by me. Remember always that my sacrifice was for you. The power that raised me is the same power that declares nothing is impossible for me. Distance yourself from voices that lead you away from truth and peace. Their only aim is to keep you from the blessings I have for you. They want you defeated and despondent. But as long as you hold to me, you will not stumble. Stay determined, and you will find that nothing can separate you from my side. I have forgiven your past, your failings, your sins. You have nothing to be ashamed of, for you are made new through my love, free from every chain. Begin every morning in prayer, inviting me to bless your day. When weakness or fear threatens, know that I am present to renew your faith, strength, and hope. I want to hear about all your problems. Open your heart to me, and I will show you solutions unimaginable. My love is infinite, always present, even as you read these lines. With my power, I break every curse, every sickness, every pain, and every yoke of scarcity. My delight is to help you. Your prosperity is my will, and everything good in your life will be increased and blessed. Trust fully, and do not use your flaws as an excuse to doubt what I want to do in you. If you believe in me, believe also in my forgiveness. Do not listen to the voice of the accuser or let criticism and calumny take up space in your mind. Instead, feel my gentle hand upon your heart, filling you with joy, peace, hope, and trust. I will pour out gladness on your soul and put a song of praise on your lips. Your life will be transformed. Blessing and abundance will fill your home. You will be set free from every burden that has weighed upon your finances or your peace of mind. If you sense a lack right now, trust that I am opening doors and bringing opportunities. Look through the eyes of faith. Cherish and honor the people I bring to journey alongside you, for I will surround you with those who extend my hand in tangible ways. Be friendly and kind to everyone, for through you, I intend to bless and surprise the world with my goodness. You will rise even in adversity, shining as a light in the darkness, a witness to my might and mercy. Already, I can sense that you are leaning in, your heart intrigued by what I am sharing. That spark within you, the one that urges you to seek out deeper meaning, is no accident. I placed it there, and it guides you even through uncertainty. When you listen for my voice and open yourself to my presence, you are not left to wander alone in the vastness of your own questions or doubts. Do not be afraid of questions. They are invitations to discover more, to come closer. The journey you and I are on is not about reaching a final destination where all mysteries are solved, but about walking together in trust, learning to hear the subtle ways I guide and reassure you. I know how often your heart wrestles with fear of the unknown, fear of not being enough, fear that I am silent or distant. Let me assure you that I have never taken my eyes off you. Even now, as you read these words, I am closer than your next breath. The weight you feel, the uncertainty that sometimes clouds your days, is not too much for me to lift from your shoulders. I do not promise a life without challenge, but I do promise my nearness. I will give you courage to stand, wisdom to discern, and the assurance that you are cherished. The world may offer distractions and quick fixes, but I offer something deeper, a peace that endures, a hope that cannot be shaken by the storms that arise. Remember that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My faithfulness does not change because your situation changes. In moments of sorrow or confusion, when you feel you are walking in shadow, I am the steady hand beside you. Do not measure my love for you by your circumstances. Instead, look for me in the small evidences of grace, the moments when light breaks in unexpectedly, the gentle voices that remind you that you are not alone. I am weaving a story in your life, a tapestry crafted with care and infinite patience. Even when the threads seem tangled to you, they are not. If ever you wonder about your worth, look beyond the world's opinions and the internal doubts that sometimes echo painfully loud. I call you beloved, not because of what you achieve, but because of who you are to me. My love is not earned. It doesn't fade when you falter or fail. Your tears are precious to me. Your laughter delights me. In every season you are seen, you are known, and you are treasured beyond measure. The invitation I extend to you is not to strive, but to rest, to allow my love to wash over your weary heart and breathe new life into your spirit. I see your efforts, those times you have chosen patience over irritation, kindness over resentment, hope over cynicism. I notice and I rejoice in each one. Even your smallest gestures of faith are seeds that I nurture. Never underestimate what I can do with the little you offer. When you think your faith is too weak or your story too broken, remember the mustard seed. I delight to grow great things from humble beginnings. Bring me your loaves and fishes, all that feels insufficient, and watch how I multiply what you surrender into abundance beyond what you can imagine. I do not overlook the pain you carry. I see where wounds linger, where disappointment has carved deep lines in your soul. My purpose is not to deny that pain or to hurry you past it, but to meet you in it, to whisper comfort where words fail. I am acquainted with sorrow. I am no stranger to your suffering. In the garden where I once wept, I made a way for every sorrow to be transformed, maybe not erased, but redeemed and given new meaning. Nothing offered to me in honesty is wasted. Even your hardest questions, your most desperate prayers are welcomed. I desire relationship, not perfection. Your capacity for faithfulness astounds even the saints who have gone before you. You may not always see the ripple effects of your obedience, the way your small choices create hope for others, but I see. I celebrate each moment you choose trust over fear, surrender over control. The world may not reward such faithfulness, but I do. Sometimes your most significant acts will be hidden from human sight, but resound powerfully in my kingdom. Do not grow weary in doing good. In time you will reap if you do not lose heart. There are places in your story that feel stuck, dreams that seem to have died, promises that appear far off. Let me remind you that I am the God who resurrects, who brings life from ashes, who speaks new beginnings into places long silent. Where you see only barrenness, I see seeds ready to sprout. Do not despise the seeming delays. I am at work in ways you cannot always perceive. Trust that I have not forgotten a single longing or prayer. My timing is not your timing, but my faithfulness endures through every season. As you continue listening, allow expectation to rise within you. Anticipate that I will surprise you, that I will meet you where you least expect. I specialize in opening doors no one can shut, in guiding you through winding paths with gentle persistence. Be willing to see your circumstances through my eyes. Practice gratitude for glimpses of beauty and provision. Hold your plans loosely, for I may pivot you towards something far better than you have dreamed. Detours are not denials. Delays are not rejections in my economy. I am committed to your good. Let yourself breathe deeply, for the journey is not a sprint. You are allowed to rest, allowed to not have every answer. I am not in a hurry with you. Learn from me the unforced rhythms of grace. When you lay down your weariness and trust me with your burdens, you will discover I am always strong enough to carry both you and your cares. Stand in this moment knowing you are held, that my arms are always open. As you continue, let hope rise. Expect to encounter more of me. My intention for you is more than mere survival. I have fullness of life in mind. It is easy for you to believe that to be favored by me, you must first present yourself in perfection and strength, as if I were unaware of your flaws or hesitant to draw near you in your brokenness. But nothing could be further from the truth. My love for you is not diminished by your weakness, nor is my presence deterred by your frailties. I see the burdens you carry that you refuse to show the world, the private aches and silent disappointments, the moments where you fear you do not measure up either to others' expectations or to your own. Even there, especially there, I come to you with open arms. There is no hidden corner of your heart that escapes my notice, nor a moment of sorrow too low for me to enter. I delight in walking with you through shame and uncertainty, so that you may know what it means to be truly loved without condition. Just as the sun cannot help but shine, I cannot cease loving you. You have long felt as though your failures disqualify you from hearing my voice, as if your missteps build a wall too high for my call to reach you. But I want you to understand, your failures are but open doors for my mercy to step in and transform. I am not a distant observer who waits for you to arrive at worthiness. I am an active Father who journeys with you, who never tires of lifting you again and again, each time you feel too weary to stand. The greatest tragedy is not in falling, but in refusing my outstretched hand. The enemy would have you dwell in cycles of shame and endless striving, but I long to bring you into a new rhythm, marked by rest, forgiveness, and renewal. There, in that quiet place of surrender, you will discover a strength not your own, a power made perfect when you finally stop hiding your wounds from me. If only you could see yourself through my eyes, you would marvel at the beauty I am creating within you day by day. I see far beyond the surface of your current struggle. Where you see hopeless repetition, I see potential for breakthrough. Where you see a desert of loneliness, I see the seeds of intimacy taking root. Every disappointment, every challenge, every tear is known to me, and none are wasted. What you perceive as setbacks are often the very instruments I use to sculpt your character, to draw you deeper into understanding who I am and how thoroughly I care for you. I am never surprised by your weakness, nor am I deterred by your need. I am drawn all the closer. My strength is the river that flows to your lowest valleys, refreshing you when hope grows thin. Do not confuse the pain of correction for rejection. I discipline those I love, not as a mark of anger, but as an act of gentle, persistent care. When you sense conviction in your heart, it is not me pushing you away, but my spirit leading you back to life. Embrace this gentle nudge. Its purpose is not shame, but healing. I am not asking you to clean yourself up before coming to me, for I am the one who does the cleansing. Each day is a new invitation. Lay down your heavy attempts at self-perfection, and let me breathe hope into the places you find empty. It is not your flawless performance that touches me, but your honest surrender. I know how you cling to your past, replaying old regrets as though they have the power to define you. But I do not hold your yesterdays against you. Where you see a record of mistakes, I see a tapestry of redemption waiting to unfold. Bring every memory, every pain, every moment stained with failure, and place them in my hands. I do not recoil, I receive. I do not condemn, I redeem. With every scar you present, I have a purpose. With every tear, I bring comfort. Let my grace weave these broken threads into something new, something glorious you could not have imagined. There will be days when the noise of the world drowns out my voice, when anxiety, distraction, and fear clamor for your attention, making it hard for you to believe that I am near. Even then, I am closer than your next breath. In those restless moments, find a quiet space to remember my promises. You do not have to strain to secure my favor. I have already chosen you. My pursuit of your heart is not a fleeting impulse. My affection runs deeper than the ocean, steady as sunrise, unwavering in the face of all circumstances. You are not merely tolerated in my presence. You are cherished. Sometimes you doubt that I could love someone like you, believing you are far too ordinary to catch my notice. Yet I delight in the ordinary, from the simplest acts of kindness to the smallest steps of faith. Nothing escapes my attention. Each moment you turn your thoughts to me, you open a window for me to pour fresh encouragement into your spirit. The journey I have dreamed for you is not a path of flawless heroics or grand gestures, but a series of small, faithful steps, each one marked by my nearness and delight in you. You may seek a sudden dramatic sign to mark my hand upon your life, but I often move in the quiet growth of your inner world. Do not overlook the subtle ways I am shaping you. Gentle patience in adversity, new peace where there used to be turmoil, courage to choose honesty over comfort. These are signs of my spirit alive within you. I take joy in your progress, no matter how slow it may feel to you. What seems like delay is not my neglect, but my careful handiwork, forming something enduring in you. Trust that I am at work, even in the seasons you cannot see the fruit. Let go of the notion that disappointment is a signal of my absence. Life's hardships are not a measure of how much I love you. They are the soil in which my faithfulness grows strong. In your grief, I am your comfort. In your confusion, I am your guide. In your despair, I breathe new hope. When you feel unseen by others, remember that I never lose sight of you. Not for a moment have I turned away. My commitment is unfailing, and I am always moving toward you, drawing you into a deeper relationship. Open your heart to me, regardless of how unworthy you feel. I do not wait for perfection to draw near. I embrace you just as you are, and the transformation begins there. You do not need to manufacture worthiness. Who you are is precious to me. My love is the fire that purifies and the balm that heals. Dwell in my presence and let your soul rest in the security of being fully known and fully loved. You have wandered through seasons when you felt invisible, as though your struggles mattered little among the thunder of the world's concerns. Yet every tear you have shed, I have counted. Every sigh I have heard. There is no part of your heart hidden from me. No silent yearning too small or too complicated for me to understand. When discouragement rushes in like a cold shadow, remember that I am near, never as an indifferent bystander, but as the one who treasures your every breath. Even the questions you hesitate to voice are familiar to me. The moments when you wonder whether your efforts matter or whether your dreams have faded beyond resurrection. I am actively working in you, nurturing hope deep beneath the surface where it can't be easily uprooted by disappointment. Some days you will feel the weight of your limitation, a sense that others run faster or shine brighter, while you are left trying to gather the scattered pieces of yourself. If only you could see yourself as I see you. Each limitation, each flaw you list before me becomes part of a tapestry I am weaving. Not a single thread is wasted. I take even what seems lacking and make it radiant with purpose. Do not measure your progress by comparing it to others, for I have shaped your journey with care, stepping stones precisely placed for your feet alone. Every slip, every recovery contributes to your transformation. When shame or regret threatens to cloud your spirit, bring it all to me. I do not turn away in your stumbles. Rather, I bend down to lift you, because I am most present in your vulnerability. Let go of the relentless urge to prove yourself, to carry burdens I have not called you to bear. The world can be loud with demands, but my invitation is quiet. Rest, trust, allow yourself space to heal. True strength is not the absence of weakness, but the willingness to depend on me, to find your security not in your performance, but in my unfailing love. If you will pause long enough to listen, you will hear the gentle assurance I whisper to those who wait on me. My love does not increase or diminish based on your successes or failures. It is steadfast, covering you with a kindness that refuses to let go. Even when your faith is fragile and you feel unworthy, I remain the steady hand that guides you forward. Step by step, I invite you into greater freedom. When you surrender your anxieties and dreams into my care, you make space for newness to emerge. My plans for you are not always what you imagine, but they are never meant to break your spirit. I know what it means to lead you through unfamiliar valleys and up toward higher ground. Whatever lies ahead, whether challenge or blessing, I equip you for it. I will never send you alone down a path I have not already walked ahead of you. Every twist and turn has purpose, even when you cannot see it yet. Trust is not a reckless leap into emptiness, but a daily decision to lean into my goodness despite what you cannot understand. Consider the seasons of waiting you have endured. not as punishment, but as preparation. When nothing obvious seems to change, I am quietly strengthening your roots. Patience can feel like a wilderness, but it is in these spaces that I speak to you most clearly. If you will linger with me here, you will discover beauty in the slow unfolding. Do not despise the small beginnings or the hidden work. Seeds planted in faith do not always break through the soil overnight. Yet when the time is right, what is grown in secret will emerge vibrant and strong. Hold to this hope. When discouragement tempts you to give up, you ache for clarity and breakthroughs, to know what lies at the next bend. I do not condemn your longing for answers. I invite you instead to step forward with me, one moment at a time, undeniable in the assurance that I am working all things together for your good. My wisdom is greater than your confusion, and my power stronger than your obstacles. When you are weary from trying to control outcomes or predict the future, take refuge in me. Release the pressure to figure everything out. I do not mock your uncertainty. Rather, I offer you the peace that comes from trusting my heart. Even when my ways remain mysterious, sometimes burdens are lightened, not by solving them, but by seeing them through my eyes. Let me teach you how to view your life as I do, with compassion, with hope, with unwavering belief that redemption is possible in every circumstance. I have seen you try to carry wounds and disappointments on your own. Hand them to me. Only when you are honest about your hurts can I begin the deeper healing you long for. I do not bring shame, I bring restoration. My grace covers your past, empowers your present, and promises joy in your future. As you grow in confidence in my love, let it reshape how you see your own reflection. I celebrate your strengths as gifts and your imperfections as invitations for intimacy with me. You were never meant to be self-reliant, bearing every weight alone. Invite me into your daily moments, whether routine or remarkable. I do not tire of your prayers or question your worthiness. Rather, I delight in your desire to draw near. Every honest conversation with me is an act of faith that moves my heart, even when words falter, and you are left with only a simple sigh. Trust that I am present, attending to each thought, each hope, each fear. If you find yourself struggling to receive love, ask me for help. Let go of the belief that you must earn my affection. I offer it freely, without reservation or loophole. My arms are open, not only when you are strong, but especially when you are fragile. This is not a conditional invitation. It is the grounding truth from which you may rebuild again and again. You are chosen, cherished, valued, not despite your failures, but because your story is part of the greater redemption I am writing. Draw near and rest, for there is nothing too broken for me to redeem, nothing too far lost for me to restore. The invitation to walk with me remains open, constant through seasons of plenty and want. Trust that where you are right now is not a detour, but a place where I can meet you with fresh mercy. If you believe you have wandered too far, remember I am expert in leading my children home. There is no map required, only a willing heart and the courage to say yes to my love again and again. Even in silence, I am speaking peace to your soul. You walk paths that are sometimes cluttered with memories, choices, and perhaps even regrets that weigh upon your heart. I see it all, and I walk with you, even when you do not sense my presence in the crowded corridors of your mind. Trusting me does not always look like a sudden burst of heroism, but often like the slow, deliberate turning of your thoughts back toward hope. Where your own strength feels patchy and uncertain, remember that my strength is limitless, woven through every weakness you know. When your anxiety whispers lies about your worth, Let my voice remind you that you are infinitely precious, handcrafted for purpose and love, and not defined by failures or moments of doubt. Each breath is already known to me, every silent tear, every unspoken longing. In moments where you crave to be known and yet fear what true knowing might reveal, recognize that I have seen to your core and have chosen to draw near, not away. As you open your heart to me, allow me to comfort the places that ache with loneliness or disappointment. Know this: your value has never been measured by human comparison or fleeting achievement, but by the very fact that you belong to me. The world may twist your identity in its many pressures and opinions, but my declaration over you is unchanging. You are mine, loved before time began, cherished even when you feel forgotten by others. I collect every hope, every grief, and I offer a nearness that surpasses what any other can give. When you fear that time is running out or opportunities have slipped away, remember that I am the keeper of days. I restore lost years, and I do not define your journey by missed steps, but by your willingness to trust me anew. Let the worries that stifle your dreams be surrendered gently into my hands. You do not have to have the answers or see the end of every road. I ask only that you bring your honest self, the doubts, the wounds, the timid hopes, and lay them before me. In this surrender, I bring peace that soothes storms from within. Your greatest breakthroughs often emerge from seasons where you have felt most uncertain. I shape beauty from brokenness, forging resilience and wonder in the ashes of setback and sorrow. My love is not diminished by your questions or by those moments where faith feels threadbare. I delight in your seeking, your wrestling. I am not threatened by your humanity. There are times when silence fills the space between your prayers and my reply, and you wonder if I have heard. I tell you, not a single sigh goes unnoticed. Not a single word is lost in the waiting. I am doing a quiet work within you, nurturing patience, humility, and trust. The waiting is not punishment, but invitation to find me in the unexpected places, in nature's stillness, in kindness exchanged, in the courage to hope again. Even when it feels as if nothing is changing, look for the gentle echoes of my faithfulness. I am teaching you to listen for the soft voice beneath the noise of the world. The world will always parade its definitions of success and fulfillment, but my measure is different. As you entrust your worries to me, your soul finds room to grow. Release your grip on the burdens that were never meant to be yours alone. Let me carry what you cannot, and discover that freedom means walking lightly, unencumbered by shame or fear. When your plans unravel or doors close, remember that closed doors are not the end. They are often protection, a redirection towards something richer, something designed with your good in mind. Failure, even when it lands with pain, cannot separate you from my purpose. I know the difference between disappointment that shapes you and discouragement that tries to flatten your spirit. Let disappointment teach you compassion, humility, and empathy. Lay discouragement at my feet. I am eager to breathe new courage into your heart. Even now, as you read and wonder about what comes next, trust that I am both behind and before you, carving paths where you thought there could be none. I have never asked for perfection. I have always desired your closeness, your honesty, your willingness to come near, even in your flaws. There is nothing you could do that would surprise me or push me away. My love for you does not waver based on moods or a record of wrongs. I am steadfast, patiently working in hidden places, weaving grace into every page of your unfolding story. When you feel unworthy or lost, speak my name. Let my presence begin the gentle work of restoring hope. I understand the heartbreaks that are too heavy to voice, I see the burdens you carry for others and how you yearn for their healing and happiness. Know that I love them too, even more than you do. When you cannot fix or save those you care for, release them to my care. Pray not as one desperate, but as one who trusts that nothing and no one is beyond my reach. When doors seem to close and darkness settles, remember that I waste nothing. Your pain is not in vain. Your waiting is not without meaning. In your valleys, I teach you deep truths that will nurture your growth long after the shadows have passed. I plant seeds for tomorrow's joy in the soil of today's struggle. Trust that my timing is perfect and that every delay, every detour can become an avenue for blessing. The journey you are on is not about speed, but about drawing nearer to me, learning to recognize my voice in every circumstance. When you are tempted to hide, to escape into busyness or distractions, know that my invitation is always to come as you are. You do not need to clean up your thoughts or present a version of yourself that pleases others. Vulnerability with me is the birthplace of true transformation. I am not waiting for flawlessness, but for the opening of your heart. Allow yourself to be surprised by my goodness. Expect me to show up in ways you do not expect. I am not confined by the boundaries of human imagination or logic. When you feel small and your hopes seem far-fetched, remember that I specialize in impossibilities. Miracles are birthed where faith and surrender meet. Hold on, even when all you can muster is the barest flicker of hope. In stillness, let me remind you of your belonging. You are not alone or forgotten. Your story is precious to me, and I am with you in the waiting rooms, the quiet corners, the loud celebrations, and the silent griefs. Nothing separates us. Not doubt, not failure, not fear. I remain steadfast, your companion through every chapter yet to be written. There are moments when you feel the weight of your story, when you wonder if the years that have passed and the scars you bear disqualify you from deeper intimacy with me. Hear me now. Your history does not scare me, nor do your struggles dissuade my affection. I see every chapter, every moment you withdrew, every night the tears came quietly, and I see even how afterward you still turned your gaze upward in search of hope. That longing has always pleased me, for it is evidence of the spark I placed within you, the undying ember of faith that darkness cannot quench. Do not shrink away from my presence because you feel unworthy or unfinished. The journey matters more than perfection. It is in the honest and humble pursuit, not the flawless performance, that our bond is strengthened. And in that space, I delight to meet you. I know how many voices surround you, each offering its own verdict, measuring your worth by their shifting scales. Some have told you to quiet your dreams, to settle for less because of past mistakes or lingering doubts. I tell you a different story. I whisper into the depths of your being that you are still chosen, still loved, still called by name for a purpose uniquely yours. My plans, unlike human plans, are not so easily thwarted by detours and disappointments. Where others see brokenness and a list of failures, I see the shape of a vessel ready to be filled anew. You are not abandoned to a mere shadow of hope. You carry within you seeds of promise that I myself tend with patience and care. Let me take you beneath the surface, far beyond what others have labeled you or what your own mind rehearses in moments of regret. When you come to me honestly, when you bring your doubts, your fears of never measuring up, your hopes that seem too bold to speak, I hear every prayer, even the one spoken in silence. I am not interested in hollow performance. I am drawn to authenticity, to the fragile and beautiful act of showing me the truth of your heart. There is no revelation you bring that I do not already know. And yet my love for you remains constant, knowing, and intentional. Sometimes you worry that if you let go of the control you cling to, your world will unravel, or you will lose what little progress you have made. But freedom, true freedom, is not found by building walls or collecting smaller and smaller circles of safety. Real freedom blossoms when you release the need to manage everything and rest instead in my strength. I invite you to step out from behind your carefully built defenses and to trust that my hands are gentle and strong, able to hold what you deem too heavy to share. Trust is an act of courage, but it is also an act of surrender that will lead you into wider spaces of peace. When the frustrations of waiting weigh on your soul, when you cry out for breakthrough and see only more unanswered questions, I urge you to remember the rhythm of my timing. I am not late, nor am I indifferent. Every season I allow is woven with gifts, often hidden, but ever present for those who choose to seek me as their source. I use even delay and discomfort to stretch the roots of your faith deeper, so that when fulfillment comes, you will stand secure and unshaken, able to receive the fullness of my promise without being swept away by it. The waiting is not wasted. It is a season of preparation, a gentle shaping by my own hand. Your wounds, though painful, are not only reminders of suffering, but also points where my grace has entered. I never overlook your pain, nor do I dismiss your struggles. Instead, I invite you to let me redeem them. Just as gold is purified by fire and seeds must break to bring forth life, so too your hardships can become the soil from which miracles grow. Nothing in your life is beyond my reach or my ability to transform. If you offer me your honest pain, I will pour my healing into those cracks and make beauty from what once brought sorrow. There is purpose in your presence here and now, a calling that is not contingent on your perceived perfection, but on your willingness to walk with me daily. Each breath you take, each small step of faith, even when it feels insignificant, matters greatly to me. I see it all, and I gather each offering of trust as a precious treasure. Through every season, I am teaching you to walk not by what you see, but by the certainty of my character and the unwavering nature of my goodness. When the way forward seems cloudy and you can only see the next step, remember that I am already waiting ahead, guiding every footfall with wisdom and love. Do not be afraid to dream again, my beloved one. Discouragement may visit, and the voices of fear and criticism may occasionally grow loud, but my voice is steady and clear over your life. I call forth new vision, fresh hope, and a holy persistence within you. Let your heart imagine again what is possible when you place your trust in my limitless creativity. I am not confined by your past or by the opinions of others. I am the God of new beginnings, the author of restoration, and the one who brings beauty from ashes. With me, there is always the possibility of renewal. No matter how long the winter has lasted, you are not alone on this journey. Just as the sun rises each morning without fail, my mercies greet you with steadfast promise. I invite you to walk with me, not out of duty, but out of delight. Let each day be a fresh invitation to discover the depths of my love, a love that will never run out, never grow cold, and never walk away. Draw near to me. Bring your fatigue, your failures, your longings, and I will meet you with strength, understanding, and grace. This is not empty encouragement. It is the unbreakable truth of who I am and who you are becoming in me. Let my presence be your refuge, your guiding light, your constant source of peace. As you trust me, even with trembling hands, watch as I do more than you can imagine, not by your might or striving, but through the gentle, persistent work of my Spirit in your life. I cherish your willingness to draw close, and I promise never to waste a moment of your journey toward me. There are moments when you face circumstances that seem unmovable, when the weight of your responsibilities feels unbearable, even suffocating. In these times, your heart cries out for relief, for a sign that you are not alone in your struggle. Listen to me, for I am not distant or cold, nor am I indifferent to your tears. Every sigh you release in secret, every wordless ache within you, is felt by me as clearly as if you had spoken them aloud. I am the God who weeps with those who weep, who bends close to the brokenhearted, and who lifts the chin of those who feel forgotten. I call you not to a life without challenge, but to a life where you never walk a single moment unaided. Even when your mind races with doubt, or your strength seems all but gone, I am your constant. My arms are strong enough to carry you when your legs give way beneath you. When you are uncertain about your next steps, know that I have set a table before you, even in the presence of your enemies. I don't ask you to perform or to be perfect. I invite you simply to come as you are. Rest in my presence where grace abounds and peace washes over the turmoil in your mind. The world may measure you by your successes or failures, but I behold your heart, the depth of your longing for goodness, for truth, for transformation. Do not shy away from me when you feel unworthy, for I am the one who makes you worthy. Allow me to cleanse your wounds and soothe your anxieties. I do not recoil from your mess. I step into it with you, ready to bring beauty from even the most tangled webs. The significance of your journey does not rest in the visible outcome, but in the quiet trust you place in me each day. I teach you the wisdom of the seeds, a tiny kernel buried in the darkness and silence, unseen by any eye, contains within it the hope of a mighty tree. In the hidden places of your heart, I am at work, nurturing the unseen, feeding the roots that will one day bear fruit more precious than gold. Though you may not perceive growth in every season, your obedience and trust are not lost on me. My timing is perfect, and I delight in bringing harvest out of barren places. Every act of faith, however small, is a declaration that you believe my promises over the shifting shadows of circumstance. Allow yourself to breathe deeply, for I am the breath within your lung. Nothing about you is accidental or overlooked. I crafted your soul for communion, not for isolation or shame. When silence surrounds you and the noise of the world fades, listen for the soft cadence of my love speaking reassurance into your spirit. I am not impatient with your process. I treasure your honest prayers and your willingness to come even when you feel empty-handed. Bring your doubts and fears to me, for I can carry the load you find unmanageable. There is no question or complaint that frightens me away. Though your past may whisper of regrets and the echo of old mistakes, I declare a fresh word over your future. I delight in redeeming what was once lost, restoring what was broken, and reimagining what you thought was ruined. My mercies are not rationed. They cascade new every morning. Each sunrise is a reminder that you are invited again into my forgiveness, into an adventure that is always unfinished, ripe with possibility. When you believe you have wandered too far to be found, know that I pursue you with a loving determination that will not give up. My love builds bridges across canyons carved by pain and disappointment. I am the God of new beginnings, time and time again. There is no expiration date on my promises. The cross and the empty tomb are living proof that endings are never truly the end in my hands. I revive hope from ashes, so when despair presses in and hope seems fragile, look to me and find again the assurance that you are held, that your story is not finished, and that even the valley is a sacred place where I am working. The journey may not always be painless, but never mistake the presence of difficulty for the absence of my love. In fact, I often draw nearest in those storms, using the trials you face to shape your perseverance and deepen your compassion. My beloved, you are not defined by what you lack or the limitations you see so clearly in yourself. I see you clothed in my love, radiant with purpose, a living testament to my faithfulness. Do not be afraid to hope wildly or dream boldly, for I am able to do abundantly beyond all you dare to imagine. Place your confidence not in your resources or reputation, but in the assurance of my never-failing character. I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. Every season of waiting, every disappointment is seen by me, and in all things I am working for your eternal good. Even now, I whisper peace into the recesses of your soul that have been restless, calling you to release every burden at my feet. Trust me, not only with the grand concerns of your life, but with the everyday choices, the hidden fears, the small acts of obedience that build into a legacy of unwavering faith. When you feel unseen or misunderstood, know that I am the one who knows you completely and loves you thoroughly. Let the assurance of my presence replace the anxieties that clamor for your attention. Anchor yourself in the truth that my love is deeper than every wound and stronger than every storm you may face. Walk forward not in the strength of your own resolve, but in the peace that comes from knowing I walk beside you. Each moment surrendered is filled with opportunity, a chance for me to surprise you with my goodness and to unveil joy where you least expect it. I am not only the God of distant mountains, but the Lord of your every step. In the chaos and the calm, in seasons of overflow and in times of drought, my faithfulness does not waver. Let hope rise within you again, for your life is precious to me, your journey sacred, and your future secure in my hands. There are moments when you look at your journey and wonder if you have gone too far off course. Perhaps regret creeps into your heart as you recall decisions made in haste or out of fear. Yet hear this from me. I do not see your past through a lens of accusation. I see it with eyes of redemption. Every step, even the faltering ones, can be woven into the story of restoration I long to write in your life. My desire is not to remind you of your failures, but to shine a light forward, showing you the promise that stretches ahead. Even now, I am working in places you cannot see. Where you see closed doors, I am shaping new opportunities. Where you feel emptiness or loss, I am planting seeds that in time will bloom with beauty and purpose. Do not believe the whispers that tell you I am distant or disinterested. I move quietly, but I am always near, drawing you closer with cords of kindness and love. Within each season you have faced, my goodness has been present. Even when darkness seemed to hide my face, I have caught every tear, and I have heard every word unspoken. A sigh, a weary plea, even your moments of silence. I invite you to release the burdens you have been carrying, those heavy yokes not meant for your shoulders. Trust that I am strong enough to bear what has bent your spirit low. Enter into the quietness I offer, a rest that cannot be found apart from me. Let your heart be still in my presence, and you will sense my peace settling over you, calming anxious thoughts and restless hopes. You may have grown tired of waiting, wondering if promises drawn from hope have faded beyond reach. My timing, however, is shaped by wisdom you cannot always understand. While you struggle against impatience, I am tending to things beneath the surface, refining your character, preparing circumstances, weaving connections that will one day make sense. Do not despise these hidden times. Even the earth must rest before new growth breaks through the soil. If you lean into me during these moments, You will recognize the subtle ways I am shaping your heart and unfolding your purpose. Waiting with me is never wasted time. It is sacred preparation. You long for a breakthrough, a shift that will usher in change, relief, or clarity. Sometimes I delay the answers so that you learn to hear my voice above the clamor of need. My beloved, transformation often begins in the unseen places where you surrender control. Let go of expectations and trust me to guide your next step. I see the ache for certainty, but I call you into trust. Step forward, not because you can see the whole path, but because you believe I am with you in every moment. Like a shepherd leading gently through twilight, I will direct your feet and keep you from stumbling. Let compassion flow through you, even toward yourself. You are not defined by the harsh judgments you may have learned, the standards you feel pressed to fulfill, or the comparisons that leave you feeling small. I crafted you with intention, delighting in every aspect of who you are. My gaze is not critical but loving, seeing possibility where you see limits, beauty where you see brokenness. In my eyes, you are always enough. Invite me into those places where shame has lingered, allowing my light to dispel every shadow. Freedom is found not by striving, but by receiving this truth. You are my beloved, fully cherished as you are. When loneliness settles in, remember that you were never meant to journey alone. My companionship is a well that never runs dry. Even when others fail to understand or draw near, I remain. Speak to me honestly, your doubts, your pain, your secret dreams. I am not wearied by your question. I welcome your honesty, for it shows trust. Let me carry the weight with you. Receive my comfort as tangible as a whisper in the night or a sudden stillness in the day. My presence will steady you, granting courage you did not realize you possessed. Hope is a flame that refuses to die, even when winds of disappointment threaten to extinguish it. Do not underestimate the strength of hope I have placed in you. It is your anchor in the storm, holding you steady when all feels in flux. Feed that hope by recalling how I have brought you through before. Remember moments of provision, kindness, and unexpected joy. These are reminders that I am working for your good even now. Allow your gratitude to rise, even if the landscape looks barren. Gratitude becomes a song in the desert, calling forth new growth and stirring your spirit to trust again. There is more for you than mere survival. My plans for you are marked by abundance, not always in material ways, but in a depth of peace, a richness of relationships, and a sense of unshakable purpose. Refuse the lie that tells you to settle, to expect little from each day. With me, every moment can become an opportunity for growth, for connection, for receiving and giving love. Open your heart to the possibility that joy can be found even in simplicity, that fulfillment is possible here and now, not merely at some distant goal. Your journey is uniquely precious to me. I walk beside you not as a distant ruler, but as a loving counselor and friend. Do not rush past the beauty of this companionship, for it is in our daily conversations that you will see the extraordinary within the ordinary. Invite me into every facet of your life: work, rest, celebration, sorrow. Together we will move through each circumstance, and in each you will find my grace sufficient for your need. Keep listening, for the story I am writing with your life is not finished. Even in seasons that seem to run long with waiting or uncertainty, my creativity is at work. I delight in surprising you, in infusing ordinary days with reminders of my presence. The hope you carry will not be disappointed when it is anchored in me, for I am faithful to complete what I have begun. Let this assurance settle deep within you, unfolding every hope deferred and every longing you dare to bring into my light. You have come so far with me, and every step we have taken together has been precious in my sight. Whether you recognized my hand in your days or questioned my nearness in the silent nights, not a single moment of your journey has been wasted. When the world measured your worth by fleeting standards, I measured you by the love in your heart, by the courage that held you together when your circumstances threatened to tear you apart. I see not just the image you present, but the truth you hold, the longing you carry, and the quiet faith that believes even as it trembles. My voice is not harsh nor distant, but gentle as morning light after a troubled night, steady as the eternal hills that surround your life with unseen strength. I understand the aches that words cannot express, and I treasure every honest prayer, every sigh lifted up in exhaustion, every glance heavenward when you are unsure what to do next. Let me remind you that the seeds you have sown in tears are being watered by my own compassion. I am not blind to your efforts. I am not indifferent to your hopes. Everything good and beautiful you have offered, I have received, and I am quietly at work bringing forth fruit in due season. Often the transformation is slow and hidden, like the roots that push deep in secret places beneath the earth. Yet what is growing within you is stronger and more enduring than what the world displays in a passing show. Do not despise small beginnings or the quiet days of faithful endurance. These are the foundations upon which I build lasting joy. I delight in the simple trust that says yes to me, even when it costs comfort, pride, or certainty. Your past cannot separate you from my affection, and your mistakes are not beyond my power to redeem. My love covers your regrets with mercy, and my wisdom weaves all you have experienced into the pattern of your divine story. When you feel burdened by choices you cannot change, remember that I am the one who makes all things new. The shame you have carried, the words you wish you could take back, the times you turned away in confusion or weakness, they are known and forgiven. Learn to lay down the heavy armor you have built around your heart. For it is not shame that keeps my blessing from you, but only the fear of being fully seen and fully loved. Welcome my gaze upon your life, for I look upon you not to judge, but to restore, to renew, and to make you whole. I have not forgotten any promise I have whispered in the quietness of your soul. Every vision I have planted within you still waits for its appointed time to blossom. Do not mistake delay for denial. What I have conceived in your spirit will bear fruit, even if you cannot yet see its unfolding. I have appointed seasons for planting, seasons for growth hidden from sight, and seasons for harvest. Trust the rhythm of my timing, and do not grasp anxiously for what you are not ready to hold. Let your heart rest in patient hope, for I am never late, never inattentive, never distracted from you. You may wonder at times whether your struggle is because of a lack of faith, a hidden fault, or some forgotten failure. Let me reassure you, my child, that not every difficulty is a sign of my displeasure. Sometimes it is in the midst of adversity that I am teaching you lessons love alone can teach. Lessons about perseverance, about humility, about compassion that cannot be forged in comfort. Learn to see your hardships as invitations to draw nearer, as opportunities to receive my strength in your weakness, so that you would not rely on yourself, but discover the depth of my sustaining power. I am closer to you in disappointment than many realize. I am beside you in losses as well as in victories. I laugh with those who rejoice, but I also weep with those who mourn, and my tears mingle with yours in sacred solidarity. I want you to know that your identity is safe in me, not in your performance, your relationships, or your reputation. The world offers fleeting applause, but my affirmation endures forever. You belong not because you earn a place, but because I created you for intimacy with me. You have been chosen not because you are flawless, but because my love delights to make the broken whole. Release yourself from the relentless demands of striving, and allow yourself to be held by the grace that chose you before you ever knew my name. Rest in the knowledge that you are mine, securely wrapped within the arms of one who will never abandon you, no matter what storms come. In those moments when you look around and see others moving ahead, seemingly blessed beyond measure, while your hands remain empty, do not let envy or disappointment plant bitterness in your soul. Each of my children has a race uniquely marked out, a road that winds according to my purposes and wisdom. What I give to another never diminishes what I hold in store for you. Celebrate with open hands and trust that my provision for you is good, tailored to your deepest needs and your truest joy. Seeds sown in faithfulness will not be forgotten, and the gold I refine in your heart through patient trust is of greater value than any worldly reward. Open your hands to receive strength for today, and do not be anxious about tomorrow. Each day is a new opportunity to discover my faithfulness anew, to find manna for your soul, and to rest in the fresh mercy that dawns with the morning. If you stumble, do not remain in self-condemnation. Allow yourself to rise again, forgiven and beloved, and walk forward with me as your companion and guide. Let my words be the melody that steadies your heart amid chaos. Let my presence be the anchor when winds swirl and threaten to cast you adrift. I do not change according to seasons or circumstances. Even as life's landscape shifts, my covenant affection remains like the mountains, steadfast, unmovable, overshadowing you with peace. Dwelling with me does not mean a life without storms. It means finding refuge and hope within those storms, discovering treasures in darkness, and knowing joy that the world cannot offer nor take away. Your journey with me is not about reaching perfection, but about learning to walk together in honesty, openness, and trust. I invite you to let go of the masks you sometimes wear, the need to impress or prove yourself. Come as you are, hungry, weary, uncertain, but longing. I honor the search in your heart, the secret prayers, the unspoken dreams, and the hope that refuses to die. The story I am telling in you is still unfolding, more beautiful than you can imagine, written by my own loving hand. The chapters ahead are filled with surprises of my goodness, victories born in weakness, and testimony that will shine even in the darkest places. I see the journey you have taken with me, the steps you have made, even when fear trembled in your heart, and how you continued to seek even when your hands felt empty. You have not been forgotten nor lost in the crowd, for I have shaped you from the beginning and have marked every one of your days with my loving attention. Let your heart open wide to receive the fullness of my presence, allowing the warmth of hope to soften the hardened places that disappointment and sorrow have built over time. Release every expectation that weighs too heavily. Surrender the burdens that do not serve you, and know that I delight in carrying what you can no longer bear. There is no shame in coming to me as you are. Come honestly, come in weakness, come with questions and doubts, for I am not fragile nor put off by your confusion. Instead, I reach to gather you up, to heal what is wounded, and to inspire what remains dormant. My vision for your life extends beyond what you imagine. Each moment surrendered to me becomes a seed of transformation, watered by my mercy and grown by my faithfulness. Let your eyes see the world as I see it. Every person carries eternity within them. Every moment holds possibility for grace. I ask you to move through your days not driven by fear or by past disappointment, but drawn by love, compelled by hope, and awakened by the understanding that I am making all things new, even now, even in those spaces you thought could not be restored. Approach your hardships not as punishments, but as opportunities for deeper trust and greater intimacy with me. I know the tears you have not been able to share, the thoughts you have not said aloud, and I take each one as precious, turning them into instruments of new beauty. Allow forgiveness to flow through you, not just as a duty, but as a gift you also receive for yourself, for others, and most deeply for the places where you struggle to see daylight. When days are long and the path feels hidden, remember that I walk with you step by step. I provide what you need, sometimes in the simplest of ways, sometimes in ways you only understand much later. Rest in the assurance that you are not alone, not for a single heartbeat. I am the keeper of your story, the architect of every dawn, and the faithful friend who remains even when storms break midnight across your soul. Let gratitude be your song even before you see deliverance, and trust that as you lift your heart in thanks, you become more attuned to the subtle threads of my provision. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to trust me at the edge of the unknown. I have prepared rivers in the deserts and pathways through seas for you. Nothing is too lost for redemption in my hand. Your identity is not in your achievements or your failures. It is held secure in my unchanging love. When you wonder who you are and why you have endured much, listen for my voice. I call you beloved, chosen, and appointed for destiny. Do not compare yourself to another, for your journey is uniquely crafted with purpose. I am weaving together the sacred and the ordinary parts of your life into a tapestry that will shine with my testimony. Your scars will speak hope to others. Your healed places, once tender with brokenness, will become sources of strength and comfort for many. Hold nothing back from me. Even what you feel is lacking, I will fill with my fullness. Offer me your joys and your sorrows, your weaknesses and your strengths, and I will multiply what you place in my hands. Invite my spirit into every hidden chamber of your heart. Allow light to reach where shadows have lingered too long. You do not need to earn my acceptance. It is already your inheritance. My mercy is new for you today. Even as the world shifts around you with uncertainty, know that my promises remain anchored beyond what can be shaken. When you falter, I remain steady. When you stumble, I am the outstretched hand ready to raise you up. Do not let discouragement have the final word. Let my truth resound more loudly than any voice of fear, insecurity, or despair. My peace is yours, not as a distant idea, but a living reality, crafted for each moment you turn toward me. Reach for others with this same tenderness. Let compassion guide your actions, that others might taste of my goodness through your life. In every encounter, become a blessing, for I have poured blessing into you so that you may overflow. Let forgiveness be your offering, hope your testimony, love your signature. You will see the seeds you have sown quietly in faith blossom into gardens of beauty beyond imagination. Remain close to my heart, for in that closeness you will find wisdom for decisions, strength for challenges, and songs for the silent places inside. I am never farther than your next breath. If you reach for me in the night, I will meet you with comfort. If you seek me in your questions, I will guide you with patience and understanding. I whisper encouragement into every moment, drawing you ever deeper into my embrace. Every promise I make, I keep, even if time stretches long. My faithfulness does not falter. Trust in my timing. Release anxiety over outcomes, and learn to dwell in the freedom of being loved without reservation. My joy is not dependent on your circumstance, and neither is my presence. When you mourn, I mourn with you. When you rejoice, I celebrate beside you. Take heart. Nothing that concerns you is too small for my attention. Bring everything to me, and let me show you the beauty of surrender, the goodness found in walking together, and the immeasurable possibilities that unfold with every step of faith. My love is tireless, and my dreams for you are greater than you can conceive. The days ahead may not always be easy, but you will never journey alone. This is not the end of the message. This is only the beginning of your breakthrough. Your angels and your Creator are still speaking, still guiding, still preparing blessings that are closer than you realize. Do not walk away from this moment without claiming what is meant for you. Type Amen in the comments to seal this promise over your life. If you believe God is already working behind the scenes, type Yes, Lord, and let heaven hear your faith. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss the next divine word prepared just for you. Turn on the notification bell so you are the first to hear what God is releasing next. Each message is a step deeper into the plan heaven has for your life. Don't miss even one of them. Share this video with someone who needs hope, because you could be the reason their miracle arrives. Remember, God's love is endless, His timing is perfect, and the next video carries a blessing you cannot afford to miss. Stay connected, stay expectant, and keep coming back, because your journey of miracles is only just beginning. Amen.